Picture this, a victim with their last breath names their attacker. Can a mere statement made by during the final moments of life hold enough weight to convict someone? In the world of law, this is known as dying declaration. Can this one statement be enough to save a person's fate? Stick around to uncover the truth behind the power of dying declarations in Indian courts and whether they can stand alone to convict an accused. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating yet complex area of law, whether an accused can be convicted solely on the basis of a dying declaration. You might be wondering, what makes a dying declaration so special? Why does it hold such significant value in court? To answer these questions, we need to explore the Indian legal system, some key judgments, and understand the criteria that makes these statements reliable or not. Dying declaration is a statement made by a person who believes they are on the brink of death, detailing the circumstances of the crime. The idea is that a person on their deathbed is unlikely to lie. However, is it really that simple? Can the words of a dying person be the sole piece of evidence to convict an accused? Let's break it down. Here is a summary of what we are going to discuss. First, definition and importance of dying declaration. 2. Legal standing in Indian law. 3. Criteria for reliability of a dying declaration. 4. Significant case laws and judicial commentary. 5. What to do if your rights are violated. 6. Recent legal updates on dying declarations. Let's dive deeper into each of these to understand the complete picture. A dying declaration is essentially the last words of a person who believes they are nearing death. These statements are given extraordinary importance under Indian evidence law because it's assumed that a person wouldn't lie while facing death. Section 32 of the Indian Evidence Act of 1872 specifically allows such statements to be admissible in the court as evidence. But here's the twist. While dying declarations are permissible, whether they are enough to convict someone depends on various factors, which leads us to the critical question: what makes a dying declaration reliable? In India, the courts have held that a dying declaration can indeed form the sole basis of a conviction, provided it is free from any suspicion and is wholly reliable. Unlike other forms of evidence, dying declarations do not require corroboration, meaning additional evidence isn't mandatory if the declaration is convincing. The Supreme Court in Paneerselvam vs. State of Tamil Nadu ruled that a dying declaration could lead to conviction without corroboration as long as it is inspired complete confidence in its authenticity. However, this doesn't mean every dying declaration is automatically considered reliable. To be trustworthy, a dying declaration must meet these key criteria. First, clarity and consistency. The statement should be clear, precise, and free from contradictions. 2. State of mind of the deceased. The person should be mentally sound and fully conscious when making the statement. 3. Absence of external influence. The declaration must be made voluntarily without any pressure or influence. 4. Recorded by a competent authority. Ideally, the statement should be recorded by a magistrate. Although statements recorded by doctors, police officers, or even third parties are sometimes admissible. The courts have emphasized that if a dying declaration meets these conditions, it can indeed stand as a sole basis of conviction. But what happens when these criteria are not fully met? One of the landmark judgments is Kushal Rao vs. State of Bombay. The Supreme Court held that a dying declaration is a substantial piece of evidence but stressed the need for careful scrutiny. The court cautioned against blind acceptance and underscored the importance of cross-checking the declaration's authenticity. In another recent judgment, Purushottam Chopra versus State of Delhi, the Supreme Court reiterated that a dying declaration, if trustworthy, does not require any additional evidence. However, the court emphasized that the declaration should inspire confidence and not tainted by any form of suspicion. Justice Nariman, in his observations, pointed out that while dying declarations carry immense weight, they are not infallible. Courts must assess the reliability on a case-by-case basis, ensuring no room for doubt remains. If you ever find yourself in a situation where a loved one's dying declaration is being questioned or used improperly in court, here is what you can do. First, seek legal advice immediately. Consult a lawyer who is experienced in handling criminal cases. 2. Scrutinize the declaration. Ensure that the declaration was recorded correctly, without coercion, and meets the necessary legal criteria. 3. Challenge the statement. If the declaration seems unreliable or inconsistent, you have the right to challenge its admissibility in court. 4. Gather additional evidence. While a dying declaration can stand alone, it always beneficial to support it with other piece of evidence to strengthen the case. In a recent update, the Supreme Court reiterated in October 2023 that while a dying declaration can be the sole basis for conviction, it must be wholly reliable and inspire the court's confidence. Their emphasis remains on the trustworthiness of the statement, especially in cases where no other evidence is available. The court's latest commentary indicates a growing caution among judges about the over-reliance on dying declarations without thorough examination. This highlights a more rigorous approach in ensuring justice is served without any errors. To sum up, first, dying declaration can indeed lead to conviction, provided it meets strict reliability criteria. 2. The declaration must be clear, voluntary and free from any external influence. 3. Significant judgments have laid down guidelines for evaluating the statements to ensure they inspire confidence. 4. If your rights are affected, it's essential to act quickly and consult legal experts. Dying declarations hold a unique place in law, often being the final voice of the victim. However, their reliability remains paramount. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on more legal topics that impact your life. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.